there. So I was not really going to go through and film all this, but I figured after several conversations with folks in like the Porsche Club and just friends, they said, this is a pretty interesting concept, I guess. And so I'm going to take their word for it. I hope it is. I have no idea if this really is or not. I will say that, at least end up like this during any project, you're probably going down some road that's pretty interesting. So we'll see where this all ends up. I don't know exactly what happened other than when I started filming this, it was. So what we're doing is I'm taking my 1999 996, which if I can, there we go. She's up on the rack right now. Engine is obviously out. I've torn it down, blocks are split, getting everything out. The crank will be out in a minute. And here's things there. And then all up on the shelves are other components of this car. So I've got stuff everywhere. You'll notice there's a couple of heads per side. What I'm doing is taking some heads from another car because in the process of tearing down this one, we noticed there's some scoring on the bearing journals that are on the heads, and the heads themselves are the bearing. So you can't really effectively fix that. We may try that later, but I've got some good heads. I'm just going to recondition and revalve, and we'll see where that goes. But the blocks are going to head off to LN Engineering. We're going to take it from a 3.4 to a 3.8. That should give us a little bump in horsepower, obviously. And there's a number of other things we're gonna do in the process. Have the IMS pins. Right now, the gears on the IMS are not actually affixed to that, other than just kind of force fit in. It has a service where they pin those in place. We're gonna go to piston rods. So these piston rods are the ones that are forged and then cracked to provide the opening. I don't know if we can see that here. Let's open one of these up a bit. For many of you, that's probably something well known, but you can see, there we go. So you can see these cracks in there. They literally just forge it, and so that you've got a split there and it mates exactly right because it's cracked. But for forged rods, they're not as strong. So we're going to go with billet machined likely. And those I think I can also source from LN. But nonetheless, it'll be a fun project. Once this whole engine transmission, oh, by the way, yes, the tranny is going to be heading out to be rebuilt, and that'll be redone. And then also, I haven't pulled off the plate yet, but the front differential also come off and get rebuilt. So we're really going to go through the drivetrain and redo that whole thing. Suspension will get bolstered. Probably going to use GT3 parts, or at least something similar to that, so that it's nice and strong and handles really well. And then we're going to go to the bodywork, and I'll talk about that later. But for right now, that's where I'm headed. I hope this turns out to be an interesting journey for both myself and anyone watching this. So that said, cheers. I hope it goes well for me and you. Cheers.